What's up, you guys? This is Nikeo Wallace with thedrumbreakdown.com, and today we're going to start lesson number 4 in my 5-minute drum series, where I take you from knowing absolutely nothing about playing the drums to being able to play your first set of drum grooves and drum fills. So let's jump into it. Today we're going to talk about crashing on the one, but before we jump into that, I want to make sure that you've watched the first 3 videos in this series. It's really important that you have that under your belt before you try to jump into this one. Also, if you're enjoying these lessons, give me a like down below and subscribe to the channel so you can get more notifications of when I post more videos. As drummers, one of our jobs is to direct those who are listening to the music. It's kind of like we're the GPS of the band. I know most of you guys have been in a car where the GPS has told you something like, in 2 miles, turn left here. And then the closer you get to that turn, it lets you know again, turn left now. As drummers, we kind of do that when we do our drum fills. We break away from the groove, we do our drum fill, and that's letting the band know that, hey, something's about to happen in just a little bit. And then at the end of the drum fill, we normally crash on the one, and that's like, boom, here's the change. It's about to happen right now. All right, so let's jump in. I'm going to break this down into 3 parts, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to play 1/8 notes on our hi-hat, and make sure that you count this out loud. Again, it's super important that we count everything out loud. So we're going to play 1/8 notes on our hi-hat, and every time we say the number 1, we're going to reach up and crash the cymbal. The most important thing that you remember is that when you reach up and you crash the cymbal on 1, that you hurry up and get your hand right back to the hi-hat so you can continue those 1/8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to crash on the 1 like we just did, but we're going to add that with the groove that we learned in lesson number 2. All right, so if you don't remember that, the groove is playing the 1 and the 3 with your bass drum, the 2 and the 4 on your snare drum, and then playing all the 1/8 notes on the hi-hat. So the biggest thing you're going to have to get used to with this is that your bass drum is going to be hitting on the 1, just like the crash cymbal is as well. So when you move from the hi-hat to the crash cymbal on beat number 1, you're going to hit your bass drum with it. It's going to make it sound really good. It looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The last step is to take the drum fill that we learned in lesson number 3, Pat Boone, Debbie Boone, and then we're going to crash on the 1 after that. So now, before you move on, if you haven't watched lesson number 3 and don't know what Pat Boone, Debbie Boone is, stop this right now and watch that, get comfortable with it, and then jump back into this one. All right, it'll look like this. 1 and 2 and Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. 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 All right, you guys, that's it for this lesson. Remember, as always, to practice this slowly, to count out loud when you practice, and when you get comfortable with it, you'll be ready to jump into the next lesson. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.